D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my weekend review where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can just, if you need them for reference later or whatnot, they're there, but I'm going to read this story to you from this article and everything. Before I get started, though, I just want to say 2 things. One, if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. The second thing I want to say is that, as you can tell, I'm sunburnt. I took my kids to a birthday party. It was a pool party, so I was outside all day, and guess who forgot to put on sunscreen? So you have to deal with my redness and everything. So now that I've got all that nonsense out of the way, let's get started on this story. So for my first story this week, it looks like we're getting some more Avatar, you guys. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll see. So this first story, it says 3 animated Avatar films in the works from Paramount, Nickelodeon, Lauren Montgomery to direct the first. So let's see, we have Avatar Studios here, and it says, okay, so it says Paramount and Nickelodeon have announced that 3 new animated Avatar films are in development under the latter's Avatar Studios banner. Lauren Montgomery, Avatar: The Last Airbender, is attached to direct the untitled first installment. Brian Konietzko and Michael DiMartino, who created the franchise launching series Avatar: The Last Airbender for Nickelodeon, will produce alongside the show's EP Eric Coleman, Paramount's Animations and Nickelodeon Animations EVP of movies and global franchises. Oh my goodness, yada, yada, yada. This woman will oversee development from alongside vice president. Oh goodness. Okay, that's nice, you guys. But so okay, I'm going to try to figure out how. Montgomery is a veteran director, producer, and storyboard artist who served in the latter capacity on the original Avatar series. Additional credits on the directing side include Voltron Legendary Defender, Scooby-Doo, Mystery Incorporated, and Young Justice. All right, great for her. As original creators, Mike and Brian expand the Avatar universe with us. We're keeping it all in the family with Lauren, bringing the same kind of beautiful work she did on the original series to her new directing duties on the forthcoming theatrical, said Ramsey Nato, who serves as president of animation and development at Paramount Animation and Nickelodeon Animation. Airing for 3 seasons between 2005 and 2008, Avatar: The Last Airbender followed Aang, a young boy reawakening in a war-torn world of elemental magic to undertake a dangerous mystic quest, thereby fulfilling his destiny as the Avatar and bringing peace to the world. Nickelodeon followed up that hugely popular series with a sequel, The Legend of Korra, which aired for 4 seasons between 2012 and 2014. In the years since, the multimedia franchise has continued to expand with a 2010 live action feature featuring Dev Patel with M. Night Shyamalan directed, as well as assorted comics, books, video games, and home media releases. A live action Avatar: The Last Airbender series is currently in the works at Netflix, albeit without the involvement of Konietzko and DiMartino. Avatar Studios is a division of Nickelodeon Animation announced back in February of last year, which was designed to create original content spanning animated series and movies based on the beloved world of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra for platforms including Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon, as well as the third-party platform and theaters. DiMartino and Konietzko run the studio as co-chief and creative. Now, So I just have to say it gives up some more stuff about their thing. I think this is a good idea. I think this is really great. I think it really expands that universe of Avatar, and I think it's something that people are really interested in. Me personally, absolutely. I love Avatar. The Legend of Korra, I think, started out strong. I kind of liked the first season, but after that, it went downhill real quick. I think that it went more in the direction of like a Pokemon kind of situation instead of staying like, more mature. Once they say that I was talking about Korra, once they started adding the spirit world into our world and they started doing these like Pokemon like type creatures, it just got a little weird for me. I did think they pulled it out a little bit better in the last season with the one sister trying to be, connect all of the Earth Kingdom and get all the other nations out or whatnot. I thought that was interesting. I just didn't think the season overall was that great. Now, as far as Avatar goes, the stuff at Netflix, I'm just gonna go through here. The stuff at Netflix, the live action series, I don't know if it's gonna work out. It's very obvious that they had some artistic problems, with the creators and everything. And personally, I just go, if the creator of something is not involved, that's a problem, especially if they're not, if they're not willing to, the studio is not willing to take a step back and say, all right, what can we do to fix this situation? And they just weren't willing. And then Mike and Brian, they left. They were like, I'm out. Now, as far as the live action movie goes, it was just pure shit. It was just awful. That movie sucks. It was very obvious that M. Night Shyamalan did not know what he was doing. I understand that you're trying to condense, 23 episodes into not even a 2-hour movie. I think it was an 80-minute movie. And I go, yeah, that can be hard. I mean, you could have done it for 2 hours because, people like myself, I would have sat through 2 hours of a good movie, but I just don't think he knew what he was doing or how to do it. And he didn't do it well because it's a bad movie. Now, as far as these 3 movies go, one thing is YouTuber Grace Randolph put out a tweet saying that one of them was about the life of Kyoshi. And I think they already did a book about Kyoshi. And me personally, I just go, is it going to be that? Is that book just going to be transferred into a movie, or are they just going to do something different? And I think that's like 5 different stories, and they just involve Avatar Kyoshi. Now, if it doesn't, that's fine. Whatever. I'll watch whatever Avatar, especially if the creators are involved. I love that show. That first one is very, very good. All the characters are great, and I just really, really liked it. So I can't wait to watch it. And yeah. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, so it looks like we're getting a Wonder Man TV series, which could be good. It could be super fun. I don't know. We'll see and everything. I'm not quite too sure. Now, Wonder Man, I'm not a huge fan of Wonder Man, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know who he is. I've never read any single Wonder, like any standalone comic books that are about Wonder Man. And I honestly don't even know if there are any that are recent, but I have read comic books where he is a character and he plays, somewhat of a role in there, just nothing really huge. But we're going to go through this, and it's got, so it says Destin Daniel Cretton produced Wonder Man Marvel series at Disney Plus taps Andrew Guest as head writer. Now, I have to just tell you right now, Destin Daniel Cretton, I believe, co-wrote and directed, he definitely directed Shang-Chi. Now, Shang-Chi I didn't think was that great. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't that great. Like it was fine and everything, but it needed some work, and they obviously didn't want to do it. So Andrew Guest, I have no idea who he is, but I have a feeling we're going to find out, guys. We will find out. So here we go. So that's Wonder Man right there. So let's read this article. So it says right here, Andrew Guest will serve as head writer and executive producer on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why is this popping up? I hate this thing. on the cinematic universe series Destin Daniel Cretton is developing at Disney Plus. Variety has learned from sources. Sources say the show will focus on Marvel hero Wonder Man. In the comics, Wonder Man's real name is Simon Williams, the son of a wealthy industrialist whose company falls on hard times due to competition from Tony Stark's Stark Industry. As a result, Williams accepts an offer from villain Baron Zemo that gives him ionic superpowers, including super strength and durability. After fighting the Avengers several times, Wonder Man ultimately joined their ranks. I wonder if this will be him as a villain, and will there be any cameos of any Avengers in this? That'd be great. So it says Cretton will executive produce and possibly direct on the series, in addition to serving as co-creator with Guest. I would assume that he's going to direct at least one, maybe two episodes, probably the first one and the last one. If not, that's really weird, but whatever. What are you going to do? Cretton is currently under an overall deal with Marvel Studios and Onyx Collective, and the announcement of which coincided with the announcement that Cretton would return to direct and write the sequel to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Yeah, because we all care about that so much. Reps for Guest declined to comment. Marvel Studios does not comment on projects in development. Guest is no stranger to the MCU, as he most recently worked on a consulting producer on Hawkeye, which was released between November and December 2021. He also has strong comedy chops, having previously worked on hit shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Community, and 30 Rock. He and John Riggy won a WGA award for episodic comedy for their work on 30 Rock, season 2 episode Succession. Guest is repped by Who Cares. Guest is the latest writer to join the expanding roster of MCU shows at Disney Plus. Variety exclusively reported in May that the Covert Affairs creators Matt Corman and Chris Ord will write and executive produce a new Daredevil series with both Charlie Cox and no, okay, that has nothing to do with this. Okay. So now moving on to this, I think this is obvious that this is going in the comedy route. They're going to be doing some comedy with this character. Like I said before, I don't remember him. I got to read more comic books, like some older ones, to really get to know these characters that they're bringing in and everything. But listen, I don't know, because the TV series for Marvel have really let me down. Although I did enjoy Hawkeye, so maybe I'll enjoy this if Andrew Guest is involved, because I thought Hawkeye was pretty decent. But I think I liked Hawkeye because it was a more boots on the ground kind of superhero and not a big flashy superhero. So I thought that was fun. And then, to be honest, I think a small piece of me might have enjoyed it more because it was a father, story kind of thing. So I think maybe that kind of played a little bit in it. So maybe I have a little bit of bias, but at the same time, I will watch it and cover it, because that's one of the subjects that I cover on this channel. And hopefully they turn my thoughts on these shows around and I end up liking it. There's always that hope, but I hope for the best, expect the worst. So that is my second story this week. So for my third and final story this week, looks like they added a bunch of people onto the new Scream movie. Now, the reason I'm doing this story is because last week I did a story about how Neve Campbell will not be joining Scream 6. Now, I have to just tell you right now, even though I'm doing this story and I'm covering it, I will not be watching this movie. I'm not interested in Scream without Neve Campbell, not one freaking bit. I don't care who they add. They could put Emma Stone in here, who is my favorite actress, and I still wouldn't watch it. That's my thoughts on that. Not changing my mind. Don't try to change my mind. Anyways, going on. So it says Jack Champion, Liana Liberato, Devyn, Nekoda, and Josh Segarra join next screen pick for Spyglass and Paramount. And there they are. Look at those little cutie patooties. All right. So it says, oops, I moved this. So it says Jack Champion, Liana Liberato, Devyn, Nekoda, and Josh Segarra are the latest additions to the latest Scream installment at Paramount and Spyglass Media. Melissa Barrera, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, and Jenna Ortega are reprising their roles after making their first appearance in the most recent sequel that Matt Bettinelli-Apalapa, Tyler Gillett, returning to direct. Hayden Panettiere is returning to reprise her role from a previous installment, and Dermot Mulroney is also on board. The new outing due to shooting this summer and is due to shooting this summer. Sorry about that. I'm all crazy because I'm trying to yeah. Anyways, okay. Where was I in this article? Sorry, these ads keep popping up. I need to stop looking at them. The new outing is due to shoot this summer and follows the bloody success of the fifth installment released in January, which grossed more than 81 million domestically and 140 million worldwide. Plot details are kept under wraps outside of it, following the 4 survivors of the Ghostface killings as they leave Woodsboro behind and start a fresh chapter, which also, I mean, I am kind of interested in that. Now, but before we read this last one, I thought this last installment was the worst one out of all of them. I didn't think it was bad. It just wasn't as good as the last ones. Even that fourth one, I know some people like to rip on Scream 4. I feel like a lot of people also do rip on Scream 3, but I like all of them. And I thought that this last one, even though it wasn't bad, I just felt like it wasn't the strongest one out of all of them, in my personal opinion. Okay. James Vanderbilt, there we go, and Guy Busick are penning the script. Vanderbilt will also produce alongside with his Project X Entertainment partners, Paul and William. Original Scream scribe Kevin Williamson and the third member of the Radio Silence, Chad Villena, are executive producing. Champion can be seen next to his breakout role in Avatar: The Waterway. Oh, I don't know. Who is he playing that? Let's see. Hold on. I lost my The Waterway, and will reprise the role of the following sequels. He also has Retribution at Studio Canal. He is Repped Entertainment. Oh gosh. Segarra is best known for his role on Arrow and can be seen next to Marvel's She-Hulk attorney at law. He is Repped, gotcha. And Liberato recently wrapped production on Totally Killer for Amazon. She is repped by so-and-so. And Nekoda was most recently seen in Disney Plus Sneakerella. She is repped. Okay, so going back up here, this kid, I think, okay, so from all of this, I think this kid is the new character in the Avatar movies, like the blue people, the Na'vi, their adopted human son. This one, she is the best friend of the black kid in Sneakerella. That movie sucked. Don't watch it at all. It just sucks. I remember him on Arrow. He played the villain in season 4. And then this girl, I don't know. I've never seen her in anything. And if I have, I don't remember her. Again, I don't wish anything bad on these people, the Scream people. But again, I'm not going to be watching this because of Nev Campbell. You know, that's put a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm not going to change my mind on it. So there's no point in that. And again, that last movie was, I thought, the weakest one out of all of them. All right, you guys. So that is my final story of the week. Tell me, what do you guys think about all this? How do you feel about these three animated Avatar movies coming to, Paramount and Nickelodeon? Are you guys excited about this? Who do you want to see? Do you think that Kyoshi is a good one? Do you think they're going to do all the avatars, or do you think they're going to do something different, like maybe focus on a group of people that are not avatars? Or what and if they do avatars, which ones would you like to see? How do you feel about Destin Daniel Cretton producing, and then Andrew Guest as the head writer for the new Wonder Man Marvel series over at Disney Plus? And is this something you're excited for, or do you think they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel and everything as far as characters go? And then finally, how do you feel about them adding Jack Champion, Liana Liberato, Devyn, Nekoda, and Josh Segarra in the next Scream movie? And do you think it'll be good? And are you going to see it now that Nev Campbell's not going to be involved? Or do you just not care as far as that goes? Because I understand some people, they're just like, who cares kind of thing. But me personally, I do care because she defined that series, and she's the main reason it's around. Anyways, okay, so you guys tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.